the Hustle and Giggle podcast.
Welcome back to Hustle and Giggle. Grab a cuppa and settle in. This is episode 33. Thanks for being here. As always, we're very grateful that you're listening. So, what's been tough? What's been a positive achievement since we last met? Amanda?
Me? Wow. I've got two. I've got a positive and a tough one. So shall I start with the positive? So my positive, and I'm sure I mentioned it last time, is that because I've spent a lot of June on my own, I decided to set myself a little goal in June and do some sort of exercise every day. And I'm pleased to say that I've done 24 meters. Even last night, I went for a walk.
Wow.
I only did a mile because it was so hot. But I've done every single day. Every single day. Without fail. And in fact, when I was with Jack at the weekend and Strava didn't update, we did a 15-mile bike ride. Strava didn't update. I was like, I can't have this because it's like my confirmation. So we were sitting outside having a drink actually in this really nice, just outside on the beach. And he had to play around with all the settings and get it anyway. For some reason, it just didn't update, but now it's updated. I was like, phew.
What were you thinking? I'm going to have to do this again? Or no. Would you have done it? You wouldn't have done it, no?
No. But I'd have had to just, I'm only doing it for me, which is ridiculous,
true,
but it's like your confirmation, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you.
And what's your duff?
My not so. Because you guys know, just driving away from Portsmouth at the weekend, I found it really hard leaving Jack. And I'm not going to say any more about it because it made me upset. But I just find it really hard. So I was with him at the weekend and I just, very, very emotional.
Bless you.
Walking away from leaving him.
But do you know what? We did say to you that where he is today is amazing and you're very proud of him. And that's, he's had a good base to be a very lovely young man and to be able to do something like he's doing now, which is amazing.
Yeah,
and that
you're
all
right.
comes from mum and dad at the beginning.
Yeah,
so,
thank you.
You are amazing.
I
and
agree
it
with
does
that.
upset us too, doesn't it? Because we see her upset and it's like, because my throat. Thank you,
Anyway, let's move on.
That's good.
They're lovely words, but I've got big tears in my eyes.
It's so good. That's where, he's amazing.
He is amazing.
And sometimes being proud can make you feel emotional as well, can't it? So
Yeah, I think it's just many things. I think it's just, let's move on.
let's leave quickly.
Okay, we don't want to start the podcast by crying, sorry.
No.
Okay, on a positive note, do you know what? I've just felt the last 2 weeks has been really positive with everything that I've been doing. I've been helping some people. And do you know what? Yesterday, it being my 26th wedding anniversary, which is just crazy. Just having that party a year ago is just like, where has that year gone? So our wedding anniversary. And then I had a couple of messages that were just amazing. Do you know what? I've been helping, I don't mind saying it, someone with a HMRC investigation for a year and a half.
Wow.
And it came perfect yesterday, which is great, So pleased for these people. We can move on and, they're just amazing young people who I absolutely adore. And to see it positive finally and things moving is just lovely. So for all the work that I've been doing, trying to help people over the last sort of 3-4 months, because it's been such a struggle, even with people trying to get finance and stuff like that, it's just nice. It's nice. Yeah. Everything's coming back now and things are looking positive.
Yay.
Well
for
done.
once. Because it has been, it's been it's been hard last few months. But just doing, it's not a financial thing at all. It's just seeing
It's an achievement, isn't it?
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
And being involved in it,
It's really good.
Awesome.
So a little pat on the back, I suppose.
Really
and they're
good.
so grateful, which is even lovelier,
of course it is.
Yeah.
to have nice words. But
Mine's not business related this time round. It's family related and it's to do with my son as well, actually. So he has now finished his degree. He moved back a couple of weeks ago now, and he was thinking he was going to get his results today, which is the eve of his 21st birthday, which seemed a little bit icky. But he got the results when we were away, and he said he wanted to tell us in person. So we got back on Saturday, and he passed with a first class honours. I'm so proud of him. He realised early in January that he was heading towards it, and if he really pulled out all the stops and worked his little backside off, well, not little, but he worked his backside off, then he could do it, and he's got it. So I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of his his discipline and how focused he became. And that's my win is my Jacob.
Absolutely. Well done, Jacob. That's amazing news.
Yeah, amazing.
Thank
you. We are all very proud of all of our children, aren't we? And,
absolutely.
Their little ways, and they are amazing. We are very, very lucky to have such nice children.
We are lucky, and actually, when I think about my wider family. Gosh, we don't want to go into that because we could be here for ages, but I have got a father that doesn't really care. And actually to have that, and then to have a relationship, and not because of that situation, but actually to have that, and when you love someone dearly, you think, how can someone be like that? Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? But anyway,
Anyway,
we are very lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to move on to some topics for discussion now.
Ooh.
Now, I haven't written these questions. Amanda has, and they are amazing. Really good questions and really thought-provoking. So I'm going to come to you, Leslie, and start with you. What are your thoughts about banning social media for under 16-year-olds?
Well, I have actually been watching this because whilst I'm at home working, I always have the TV on in the background. So there has been a lot of discussion about this. I mean, it's really difficult, isn't it? It's a hard one. I mean, look, we never grew up with phones. So for me, I'd say, totally ban them and let them go back to how we used to be. But unfortunately, technology's moved on and you've got to go with it. It's like the AI. We always say you've got to grow with it. I personally think, if I had a 15-year-old or whatever, they could have a phone, but I definitely have restrictions on it. Yeah. After a certain time, they're going to bed or whatever, they do not have their phone. I would never let a kid have their phone like, we have our phones. I wish I never had my phone as much as I do. I really, really do. And it's nice when you put it to one side. Yesterday I had a really good day and I put the phone to a side, which was really nice. But with the kids, I think it's so hard because you've got your Instagrams. I don't do Snapchat, don't know about it. But even on Facebook, I'm guessing TikToks, they're just going to be so involved in it and taking their time up with it. And, it's just not a nice world to be in at their age, I don't think, with these phones. It's tough.
It is tough. What do you think, Amanda? Because obviously that social media is kind of part of your world, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
It's interesting, actually, because I asked Jack at the weekend and I said to him, and actually he said, I think it's a good thing. And I was like, really? And he's like, good thing from a bullying perspective, because, there's a lot of bullying goes on social media and there's a lot of wrong people that are on social media for the wrong reasons. I kind of sit on the fence. It's really interesting because part of me says from a well-being, from a mental health perspective, I think that, people spend so much time on their phones. They don't do what we would have all done, go outside, play with our friends, exercise, go on our bike rides and all the good things that, we would have done as children. And then the other part of me thinks, I'm surprised they've done it on YouTube, if I'm really honest, because I think YouTube is actually can be quite an education. Children don't have encyclopedias anymore, do they? They go online to find things out. So I think that there should be some limitations, but I do think that actually, is it down to the parents to control that? And is it down to the people like Meta, who manage a lot of obviously our profiles, to do something rather than do a complete ban? Because I think that that's a little bit like you're just going blanket no. Yeah. And actually, is that the right thing to do? I'm not sure it is. If I'm honest, I think controls need to be better. Definitely. I think people need to think about what goes out on social media, and those people need to control that. And actually, to be honest, who's going to control that? And I was talking to someone the other day, actually, and we were saying, how do you control that? Because I was thinking about when you try and book a driving test, and because there are loads of people now, or that's probably changed because they've changed it, haven't they? But when Jack was at school, there were people that would sell so they would set up bots, and they would buy driving tests and then put £100 on them and sell them, and nobody could ever book driving tests. So I'm thinking, if that's easy to do, is this easy to get around? And the person I was talking to the other day about it, we were saying the only thing is your national insurance number, isn't it? Because that's what you get when you turn 16. So do they need to tie in something like an ID facially? I don't know. I don't know. I just think, I hope it's not abused, because that defeats the object. And I hope that it's not just a complete blanket cut off.
Yeah.
I think it probably will be, but I'm not sure it's been thought about.
I feel the same as you. I think it's a lot harder to take away something that someone's had than not have it in the first place. And I kind of felt quite mixed when I read it, because I thought, first of all, teenagers are really robust. They're going to find a way around. You know, some of Holly's, so my daughter's 23, some of, you know, her friends were on Facebook when they were probably, 12? You know, there is a way around. Yeah. Either they're going to link it back to the digital ID card that they talked about bringing in. But also, I feel like they're focusing on the wrong area. For me, I think the bullying needs to be addressed. Yeah. And instead of almost punishing the kids, because it's not always the young ones that are the ones that are the toxic ones either. It's our age group. It's the keyboard warriors. So I personally feel that there needs to be more done to that. They should be held to account. They should, you know, I don't know how that would look, whether they would get a fine or they would get a social media ban. But to me, it feels like they focused on the wrong area, and I don't think it's actually addressing the real problem. So I was like you. In fact, I rolled my eyes when I first heard it, because I thought that just doesn't feel right. So it's that's a good point, because a lot of people, I mean, I don't know when it changed, but a lot of people come on and, like you say, the warriors
next year,
with anonymous. I mean, you composed as anonymous.
And that was the worst thing
what's
ever that
somebody
could have done.
Inviting it, wasn't
because
it?
People
really
just go for it,
saying
because they know that
they
they can say what they want.
Yeah.
And actually, when you read some of those, you could say that's bullying behaviour and it's abuse, because actually you wouldn't do that to somebody in person. So what allows you to do it online?
You wouldn't walk up to someone in the street and tell them what you thought of them. Exactly. Well, maybe you would. I don't know.
Some people probably would, but most people.
But if they weren't anonymous, they wouldn't post some of this thing, I think.
Exactly.
So
I agree.
They need to. You're right. Maybe they'd look at that side of it rather than the ages of them.
That's what it feels like. It feels like we're punishing the wrong people. We're punishing the wrong people.
Yeah, no, I think right.
So following on from that, then I'm gonna move some of these questions around. So we've spoken about mobile phones, obviously, in this. So how would you survive without your mobile phone?
Do you know what? There are a few things that I personally would struggle with. So things like, because I'm going back to Jack again, really, because he no longer, lives at home. I kind of like hold my phone quite close to my heart, because I think that's my only communication with him now, and if he needed us. Yeah. So I'd probably struggle from that perspective. Work, actually, because obviously we all have our emails on our phones, and just silly little things now, like, paying at the car park today. So you pay on your phone, don't you? Yeah. So I think even if it wasn't a social aspect, I think so much is now tied up on your mobile phones that actually we'd struggle without them. We would struggle without them. I am a bit like you though, Leslie. I quite like the put it down and just ignore it for a couple of hours, because actually I'm not on TikTok, and I'm not sit there and go through everything for an hour, because I just think, what a complete waste. I'd rather go and do something. But I do think that there are things that we now need our phones for.
I agree, and especially with two-factor authentication, you can't leave your phone for... It's like it's constantly got to be glued to your side. I'm the same as you. I like the thought of being able to put it to one side and leave it for like a day. But the problem then is I feel that I then have to deal with all the texts or the emails in one hit, and actually the thought of that stresses me out. So initially when I read the question, I thought, I could probably be without it for a couple of hours. But I think after 10 minutes, I would need it for something. Yeah. And as I say, I'd probably need it for two-factor authentication. Yeah. There's no other way around it. Yeah. So I don't think I could be out without it for as long as I'd like to be. That's why it's quite nice when you go into a dead zone and there's no internet or no Wi-Fi or anything and no data. So, that's quite nice, because that's enforced then, and you can't do anything about it. But I definitely can't be without it as long as I think I should be able to be. Yeah. What about you, Leslie?
Yeah, probably the same. It's crazy how much we rely on it, because I'm just thinking out loud. I take my phone and my keys to the supermarket now. I don't even have to take a bag with my purse in, because I pay on my phone, and my cards are on my phone. So that's crazy. So you do have to rely on it. I mean, I I mean, we do everything with it. We're playing Boggle with it. With all of our phones playing this Boggle. Which is just brilliant, you know, but we need our phones for that. But you're right, everything we go on to online, we've got to put a code in.
Yeah. Have you ever lost your phone?
Oh, God, I'm touching the wood now, touching the table rather.
Yeah.
But no.
Everything that we've just said. I mean, imagine that.
Oh,
I mean, imagine just like mislaying it or just losing it for a couple of days.
I would be
we lose it for like 5 minutes in the house, and one of the others of us, we have to ring each other to find out where it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I've just backed up my photos. I shouldn't even admit this, but horrendously, I had 18,000 photos that were just only on my phone, and I woke up the other morning and had a panic and thought, what happens if my phone gets broken or gets lost or I stomp on it or something random? So we backed them all up. But it's become so linked to us now, hasn't it? It's quite scary.
I looked at my emails the other day that I've got on there. So I sat there last night and deleted 300 just off of Trace Finance ones. They were all like just
spam.
Yeah, just things from shops that I've been in or whatever. But I've still got 3,300 emails that I haven't read. On my phone.
You're making me nervous.
Wow,
honestly, even Laura said to me the other day, she said, Mum, how can you wake up with that? And I said, but, you know, there's just been on there and I just haven't had time to just delete them all.
Oh my
I've got to literally sit on there and delete them.
If they're quite old, just mass delete them. Because if anyone needed something urgent, they would have found another way to get hold of you. So
particularly if they were last
year. I found this button that says select and I literally sit there with my finger and it actually hurts my finger of going down, and then I stop at one thinking,
don't click on the one that says select all, will you?
Yeah.
Everything.
No, because that'll all go. But then they go in deleted, I need to take them out of there as well. But honestly, ridiculous. So one of my tasks actually is when I'm sitting watching a film or whatever, I'm just going to just do it every night.
Make it manageable.
To get them down. Because then I can see.
Yeah.
And God forbid if I've lost, if there's some that I didn't answer or, you know, whenever, 6 months ago.
No wonder you didn't come out to that lovely champagne evening with Karma and I, because you never really, we invited you, but you never answered our
Wish me luck, I'll get them down, I promise. I started last night, so I mean to go on.
Okay, so in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to check in and see what number you've got that down to, or maybe it'll have gone up.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, check it out.
I doubt it, but yeah.
So, what were things that were normal in the 90s that would shock or humour our children today, do you think? I don't mind going for this one. So for me, it was arranging to meet your friends. So we talked about now you'll just text a friend, won't you, and say you're around. Whereas back in school age day, I would arrange with a friend or a group of friends that I'd meet them on a Saturday outside Boots in Wickham. You'd get the bus down. You'd have no way of knowing whether they were going to be there. If you were sick, there was no way you would let them know. If they had a landline and you had spare change and could find a phone box, you could phone and see where they were, but then you'd speak to their parents. What if they'd snuck out? So, things like that now, you just take it for granted. And if if I'm meeting a friend now and they're running late, I'll just get a quick text saying, I'm 2 minutes late. 2 minutes late, that's nothing. At least I know you could, I already knew you were coming.
We all did this morning.
Yeah, we did.
We all did it because you asked this question, you said you were here, and I said I was just parking. Yeah. And actually, sometimes then you go, well, did we need to do all that? Do you know what I mean?
Because you're used to doing it. Yeah, if you think 30, 40 years ago, it was literally just see you on Saturday, see you at 10 o'clock, and that was it. Yeah. So I think my kids would really struggle with that now.
No, I know.
I think everyone would struggle with it. That's just so funny. That was one of my points as well, as going out and just generally meeting and just being outside all the time.
Yeah.
Just loved it. Bus 21, knock and bolt, And we were all right doing that.
Knock and bolt?
Knocking down the door and running away.
Yeah.
But the neighbours knew it was us, You'd always find Saturday afternoon, your kids are out. But it wasn't a big deal back then. No. I mean, someone knocked on my door now, I'm knocking out. But
well, you check on the ring who was there, wouldn't you? Be like, do I want to answer to you or not? Yeah.
There you go. And where's the ring? On my phone.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Full circle. Yeah.
I wrote down a book of phone numbers because actually, we were saying, weren't we, about, what if we lost our phones today? The only phone number that I know off by heart is Richard's. I don't know anyone else's phone number.
Yeah, I know Ken's.
Not you, Richard, sorry.
Yeah, I know Ken's.
I'm memorising it. So there it goes, isn't it? And I was thinking you had like your parents. My parents had a book with everyone's phone number written in the 90s. And then I'd put down here, and the other thing that would shock our children is if you were calling from a landline, if the line was busy, it would just go, would it go beep, beep? You couldn't leave a message, could you? It was just a busy line.
I had phone down here too. It's just brilliant.
And then I wrote the same as you, Carmen, no contact. So you just arranged something and you turned up and no just no doing what we just talked about from a phone perspective.
Yeah.
Even the phone itself. Do you know, I always remember my dad put a lock on our phone, so it'd always be on number 1. So we had one of them dialing ones where you put your finger in and you would dial it, wouldn't you? Well, of course, we got round that, didn't we? Because we used to tap it.
Yes.
To be able to go through the phone without the tap it. So basically, you had the phone with the lock on, so I couldn't kill my friends because we had a lock on it. So you used to tap it. So if the number was like 25145, you'd
tap
go
the ticks at the top.
Yeah, you'd go 2, 5.
Yeah.
But the amount of times you'd get it wrong, and then the phone bill would come through, wouldn't it? Because it's itemised. You'd better read them then, wouldn't you? So
and reverse charges as well.
Yeah.
We were talking to that to Jack. I can't remember when it was, a few weeks ago. And we were saying to him, you'd pick up the phone, wouldn't you? And you'd say, "Can I reverse the charges to this number?" They would then ring and ask the person.
It's all right.
It's just like
Baby used to do that when we first started dating. He used to go to the phone box around the corner from where he lived, and he used to reverse charge. And I had to explain to my grandparents why the bill was a little bit high. But that lock was a pain.
Oh, wasn't it?
Rather than address the fact that I was obviously talking more on the phone than I should be, I'm like you. I tried to find a way around it. Yeah, and I'm sure you could set a certain amount of time you could be on it as well as the lock. So,
really?
Yeah, you're obviously a good girl. You were obviously not in trouble like we were.
My biggest one that made me laugh when I read this was listening to the top 40 and the top 20 on the radio and taping recording it. Well, so you had to get the record and the play at the same time, didn't you? But you done it as soon as the person stopped talking and the song come on.
It was at the end of their chat.
Yeah,
you couldn't quite do it.
You get the clunk when you listen to it back.
It was just brilliant. And then you put your tape in your tape recorder. I mean, the kids probably don't even know what a fax machine is. Never mind a tape recorder.
We had that discussion the other day. Exactly that.
It's just crazy.
And winding the tape up if it got warped.
With a pencil in the middle.
It back up. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
That's just brilliant.
Yeah, it is actually.
So all things like that. I mean, now we've got Spotify and everything else. We don't even know. We just need a name of a song and we can put it in Spotify or a word.
Just Shazam it. You don't even know what the song. Everything is just so. Exactly. It's just that the access is just too much.
And it goes again to the phones, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
But the other thing I thought of as well, which is totally different, is smoking. Do you remember you used to go to the pub and you used to go on an aeroplane and everyone smoked?
Yeah.
So you had to come away and just shower, didn't you, when you got home? Because you'd never go to the pub and come home at 11:30 at night when the pubs did shut at that time. Yeah. And, last orders were 10:30. You'd be out by 11 and you'd stink. You'd have to take all your clothes off, wash your hair and everything, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously people don't smoke as much as they used to anyway. But just being in them times, being on an aeroplane, then it sort of started going to different areas that you were allowed to smoke, wouldn't it? And now you wouldn't dream of, I mean, I don't smoke, but you wouldn't dream of having a cigarette in a restaurant or where we've just been.
Exactly. Or even at work. I remember working in it was I can't think of the word. It was like a double glazing firm and going into their head office and they just chain smoked and you were and I did smoke, so it was okay. I could kind of join in, but you were just in this plume of smoke the whole time. All day there was someone had a cigarette burning at least one people, if not 4 at a time, and it was normal, wasn't it? It wasn't. You're right. You come out and you absolutely stink.
We were friends with somebody. Jack used to go to nursery with their daughter, and mum and dad both used to work for Rothmans.
Oh.
And I remember her telling me once that literally, I mean, you can imagine, their drawers were just full of like probably 3 cigarettes, and they would smoke all day, and because that's the nature of the business.
What you did. My cigarettes were by my bedside table. That was the last thing I did at night. And then first thing I'd reach for in the morning.
No way, would you?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now that's shocking, isn't it?
Isn't it? Try telling your kids that we used to do that.
And the money as well.
The money, we won't go into that.
Talking of money, what are things that we spend money on that we probably shouldn't, Leslie?
Oh, dare I say it, which is probably why I put so much weight on, is takeaways.
Oh.
I really need to cut down. It's just easy, innit? Yeah. Especially in this time. I can't tell you how many mango smoothies I've had this week. Never mind, just not even talking about takeaways in food. Yeah. But, £6 for a mango smoothie and stuff like that. I mean, it's just easy, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
If I actually put that £6 in a pot every time I got something or a takeaway, I'd probably be a little bit...
Buy a smoothie machine.
Yeah, probably have a bit more money than I've got now.
Yeah.
But I think it's just easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to go, what's in the fridge? And, what are we having for dinner? do you know what? Yeah, let's just go out or take away. So yeah, definitely.
So you need to move where I am, or, because we can't get any deliveries. So you've got to get in the car and drive somewhere and get one, and then it puts you off.
See, we were the same in Beaton for ages until we got Kingsbrook. And then once Kingsbrook sort of, they have more reasons to come up that end of the county, then I'm the same as you. Takeaways are, I used to look to see what percentage of my money was spent on that, and then I stopped doing that because I just scared myself. I just stopped looking. At the stats.
That's probably what I do. We had 3 ice creams the other day. That was £24.
Jesus.
Wait, what, from an ice cream van?
Yeah, no, from an ice cream place in town. I won't name them because they're very expensive.
£24? What, just takeaways?
And do you know how easy it was to do? I went on delivery.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah.
Send me free.
Oh, what? And they delivered them home?
Yeah. 3 Sundays, lovely ice cream. It was actually Father's Day, so Nicole went and
how do they? Sorry, I have to ask a question. How do they transport ice creams to you then? In a cone?
Yeah, no. It's in the pot like a sundae.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah,
plastic,
properly, like a smoothies cup, or whatever.
How funny!
Yeah,
I never.
3 of them, £24. £8 each. So then when you think about it, you think, do you know what?
How much is a tub of ice cream?
How much is a tub of ice cream? Yeah, I could have gone at Tesco's. Bought ice lollies and everything for £24 really, couldn't I? But it was easy.
It's the convenience.
And it
You're
was
paying
nice.
for the convenience.
But then that's that's the world we live in now, isn't it?
It is.
World.
Which is scary. So maybe I need to take takeaways out and ice creams out and I have ice creams at home. That's the worst thing as well. So it weren't as if I'd run out of ice cream.
You just fancied something nice.
Yeah, just a Sunday, and it was Father's Day. So, it's not Mother's Day, it was Father's Day. But I managed to get one too. So
that's hilarious.
But what about you guys?
So for me, it's books. I buy far too many books. I've just bought my first Kindle, which I don't know what's taken me so long. I've always been a bit of a loyalist to holding a book, and I'm loving it so far. It's in my bag today. I've just brought it out with me without even thinking about it. So I have a lot of books, and I think if I actually sat and read all the books I've got, I'd still be reading them 180 years later. So I really need to stop. I've clearly there's different hobbies. One hobby is buying books, which I seem to really love, and then the other hobby is reading them, which is maybe not happening as much as it should. So books are my absolute downfall, and everyone in my family will agree. I looked at the stack that I'd bought this year alone, and I nearly cried because it's
you've not read all of them because obviously you haven't had
the
time to.
You buy it because you think, I
think this is going to be brilliant. I'm going to read this, and then life just takes over.
Yeah.
But the Kindle, however, I read a whole book when I was away. I went away for the week to work on writing my book, but I read a whole book. Because you can just pick it up whenever. It's so easy.
And will you stop buying, do you think, then, buying books now? Because you can download,
in theory.
Sorry.
So
she's going to have a new
publicly, never going to buy another book again.
Okay. Move on.
Yeah. What about you?
Do you know, I've written down here shoes.
Shoes.
I love shoes. But saying that, it was another thing I decided to do in June. So I decided to have a big blitz of the house in terms of shoes, in terms of clothes, and also toiletries, because so many people buy you stuff, don't they? Or I think, that's on special, that eye cream, I'll buy that. And I just put them in a couple of drawers, and I went through them and I thought, this is ridiculous. I forgot half the stuff was in there. So I absolutely haven't brought anything like that in June, and I'm not going to buy anything in July, and I'm definitely not going to buy shoes, because I looked at my shoes and I thought, this is ridiculous. I mean, I've got lots of trainers. I have no longer got smart shoes, because I just kind of put them all on Vinted years ago, because I just, so I've got a couple of pairs of like going out shoes. But then I've got shoes for every occasion. But I do, when you look at a pair and you go, oh, they're so nice. No.
Okay, maybe we could do some kind of deal. I can store a load of your shoes, you store a load of my books, and then maybe we'll feel like...
Where does my takeaways come in with this?
I'll just eat them. I'll just eat them.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
No, definitely.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on the book purchases and the... Are you still buying plants, by the way? Or not so many?
At the moment, I've got a bit of a plant issue, not just the obsession, but bloody bugs. So I'm currently on a scientific research thing to try and find out how to get rid of little house gnats that are attracted to the plants.
Really?
So three have been relegated outside. That's it. They're in the sin bin. They're gone. And it's slowly whittling down. But I've just got something called nanomodes. I don't know, some unpronounceable word that arrived yesterday, and I'm going to try some of that. And it sounds horrific, which is what's put me off doing it. It's tiny little worms, tiny microscopic little worms that go inside the soil and then they eat the gnats. Oh. So, I mean, it sounds barbaric, but it's either that or they all end up in the sin bin and get. Then they're gone. So,
what a shame.
I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, I feel like that. That doesn't sound great. But...
No, I know. Yeah. So it's currently more stressful than it should be. So, let's move on to something a little bit nicer. Recommendations. Anybody got any recommendations this week?
Yes, I have. I don't normally do I? But I have this fortnight. So, like I say, it was our 26 years wedding anniversary. So someone had bought us last year and it just nearly run out, a voucher for the 5 Arrows. We had, I know we've been there networking, but we had the best time. And the waitress, she was called Hannah, and she was just so adorable. If you could have 100 of hers in restaurants and places that we buy stuff in, the world would be such a nicer place. Nice. She was so lovely, so accommodating, so nice when she come in. I had a pink dress on, and I mean, she didn't have to say, but she said my dress was beautiful. Well, that was a nice start and things like that. Do you know what I mean? So had a really nice conversation. We ate our food, and then she come over and gave us some little fudge things because it was our anniversary, which was so nice. Really, really loved it. And the food was, outstanding. Amazing.
Kate's husband is the chef there.
I know. And I was going to text her to see if he was working that night. But I had this pork and black pudding pie. Well, it was just out of this world. So totally recommend it. And then we went to see. This is me and my food, innit? I mean, God, seriously, I wonder why I get fat.
It's the foodie.
I am going to be the foodie. So we went to Mella, which was lovely. The first night that England were playing, actually, and we went to watch Two Tone, one of our favourite groups that go around.
Is that what we went? We went to watch them with you, didn't we?
We did at Watermead. Yeah, so they were back at Watermead the other day as well.
Oh, were they?
Yes, they were, but we were going quite late. So we went to watch them. But Mella is always my favourite restaurant. But again, look, I tell myself I'm not eating takeaways and I end up going 2 restaurants in 1 week. It was my anniversary, so I'm allowed, okay? I can come off of them now. But we had such a good time. So totally recommend Mella.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Lovely. Yeah. What's yours?
Well, actually, I've got 2, but mine, I seem to always go down the pub restaurant route, so I've come away. So I know you're going to know about this because you commented on it, but I've discovered the AI DJ on Spotify. AI DJ on Spotify. I mean, who knew? I just came across it. So basically, you obviously haven't. Well,
I've got this song that's I've been told is AI. Is it the same thing? Tell me how it works.
No, there's an option for you to click on AI DJ. I'll show it you afterwards. And basically, what it does is it continuously plays and then stops and then pulls, and it says, you've been listening to these songs recently and back to the 90s, and plays 5 more and then mentions them. It's brilliant. And then recommends some new ones.
Oh.
So it's good for a long car journey. No, it's ones that you've got on your Spotify account, but occasionally they'll pull one in that's like an artist. Okay. But it's great on a car journey because actually it's all your kind of favourite songs.
And if you don't like the genre that comes up, if you like, now I'm not feeling country today, thanks.
Exactly.
If you skip them all, then it will then know that, and it'll work out not to give you a batch of that again, and it will skip straight to the next genre that it thinks you like.
I feel bad for saying that on Bucks Radio, really. Sorry for Bucks Radio.
Yes,
but it's good for
it's a good alternative.
It's good when the time's right.
Yeah, like 1:00 in the morning. Yeah,
when I'm not listening to Richard on Bucks Radio. Actually, I was listening to Bucks the other day, and your duck come up.
Did it?
Yes, it said Amanda Heritage.
Thank
goodness.
You go.
Just give you a little plug.
Number 28.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Number
and
24,
then the other one, which everyone knows about, but I learned a few new features because I was with Jack at the weekend, is Strava. Obviously, so I subscribe to Strava. So I record everything on Strava when I swim, when I walk, when I do anything. But we were looking at some stats, and I never look at the stats. And actually, the bike ride that we went on one particular part of it, it said, of your age, you are the 7th best person that's ever done.
Bloody hell.
I know, but that must be that only 10 people have ever done it. Come on. I never look at the stats. And now I keep looking at the stats. Because I'm like, whoa.
Check me out.
So, and it's nice because obviously, Jack's on Strava, so you can tag people into it, can't you? So, I suppose I need to use it a bit more. I use it, but I don't really analyse it.
Oh, keep using it, because when you get to the end of the year and it gives you your stats, it is like, you can proper nerd out.
Gave me I got a thing the other day saying your 150th piece of exercise, and it was nice because I felt it's a bit motivational, isn't it?
Dopamine hit from all of that. Yeah, it's worth it. Definitely.
So I like those two. So I've discovered more about Strava and discovered,
I love it. Brilliant. All on our phone, though.
Well, unfortunately, so.
Can't get away from. Well, mine's not. Mine's eating. But what about you? Where's your rec?
So mine, I've just come back from a week away there, but mine's Norwich. Beautiful place.
I love Norwich.
Lovely, lovely. Full of history. I mean, we were staying in, I won't nerd out too much, but it was a 1713 building that was originally a lunatic asylum. So I could go down a proper rabbit hole researching what the rooms were that we were staying in and what they would have been in the 1700s. But Norwich itself is just stunning. I mean, I love old buildings. There's no secret about that. But you just walk around a corner and you just trip over 5, 6 amazing buildings. And everybody was really friendly. It's quite a young city. It's a uni city, isn't it? So it's quite young. I mean, we are out every night. We went to the pub every night. We did an activity, every single day. So much to do, and I still don't feel like we've explored all of it.
Oh, wow.
So
Norwich. First time you've been there?
First time I've been to Norfolk. I went to Norfolk last year, but we stayed by the coast. And I don't normally do city breaks. As in, like when I'm going to write, I'll just go and to stay and look around. So mixing the two was amazing, but I would go back in a heartbeat.
Oh, that's really good to know.
Really enjoyed it.
Really good to know.
That's nice.
That's mine.
Oh, and we missed you.
Oh,
we did miss you.
Yeah.
We did
miss you.
Gone
for ages when I saw you earlier. Well, thank you for letting me step in and have a crack at this.
Oh, you did brilliantly.
You've done amazing.
You did
Please
so
don't ask
brilliantly.
me.
No, that's it now.
No.
Handing the baton over.
Proper push. So that's it from us for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. We know there are endless ways to spend your time, especially in this heat, and we're delighted you've chosen to spend some of it with us. As always, a great big shout out to Bucks Radio. Keep cool, enjoy the sunshine, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for episode 34.
Bye.
The Hustle and Giggle Podcast.